Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on an Inflight Saudia Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Airline Museum and their website address is www.airlinemuseum.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me to share some information about the history of Saudia Airlines and how they actually came about. Saudia Airlines is a Saudi Arabian-based airline that was founded as Saudi Arabian Airlines in September 1945 as a fully owned government agency under the control of the Ministry of Defense, with Transworld Airlines running the airline under a management contract, and officially commenced operations in March 1947 when the airline used 5 DC-3s to launch its inaugural flights from Jeddah to Dhahran via Haifa and Riyadh, which was followed by its first international service between Jeddah and Cairo, Egypt in the same month. Then fast forward to April 1st, 1972, when the carrier's name was changed to Saudia, the brand name that was used from 1972 to 1996. Then the name was changed back to Saudi Arabian Airlines in 1997 and operated under the Saudi Arabian Airlines name until May 29, 2012, when the airline reverted back to its abbreviated English name Saudia. And the sole purpose for the name change was to celebrate the airline's entry into the SkyTeam Alliance, which took place on that very same day. That was actually a part of a larger rebranding initiative. Saudia is the national flag carrier airline for the country of Saudi Arabia, as well as the 4th oldest operating airline in the Middle East based on foundation date after Egypt Air, Turkish Airlines, and Middle East Airlines respectively, whereas the headquarters of Saudia is located in Al Qadiyah district section of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of King Abdulaziz International Airport, which is located approximately 16 miles to the north of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. While the secondary hubs of Saudia are located at King Khalid International Airport, located in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and King Fahd International Airport, located in Daman, Saudi Arabia. As of April 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Saudia is currently the 3rd largest operating airline in the Middle East in terms of generated revenue, behind Dubai-based Emirates and Doha-based Qatar Airways respectively, as Saudia currently operates domestic as well as international scheduled flights to 93 destinations in the Middle East, Africa, Asia, Europe, and North America, with an operating fleet of 151 aircraft, which includes 18 Boeing 787s, in which 13 of those are the Boeing 787-9s, and the remaining 5 are the Boeing 787-10s, including this one you're looking at here. And in addition to the 151 aircraft that currently operates in Saudia's fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 38 more aircraft, which includes 3 more Boeing 787-10s, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of April 2022, or at the time of this video review posting, Saudia is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. All right, everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here. And what you see at the top of it is the aircraft type, the Boeing 787-10 title, the Saudia name title, as well as the title in Arabic, the airline's logo in the background, the computer-generated picture of the aircraft, the registration ship number, the in-flight decal right there, 200, the next generation of 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information, as well as the item number information at the front of the box. All right, now you're looking at the back of the box. Not much there except the Inflight 200 logo and the decal, the Boeing official license product decal, the warning information that says the little scan deal you see there, as well as the item number information you see at the back of the box. All right, now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the aircraft type, the Boeing 787-10 decal, the Saudia title in English as well as in Arabic you see there. The computer-generated picture of the aircraft, the 1/200 scale model information, and the item number, as well as the Inflight 200 models.com information. That's the website address there. They also got an app. You can go download the app, and you can see what's coming down the pike there. So that's really beneficial. All right, and you also see the registration ship number you see displayed there as well. All right, now you're looking at the bottom of the box. It's pretty much the same information as the top of the box I just showed you earlier on. All right, now you're looking at the metal model stand that came with the model. It's pretty strong and sturdy. And then the bottom of the model stand is the plaque. You see the Saudia title as well as the Saudia title in Arabic, the aircraft type as well as the scale model information is displayed on the side of this plaque. And then up here you see the little padding here, this little thick little padding there. The sole purpose of that black padding there, folks, is not only a protection model, it also prevents it from being damaged or scratched when you put your aircraft model on this particular model stand. Alright, now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the actual gear replacement doors for this particular model. Feature the two little toothpicks for these gear replacement doors. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model, okay? Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Saudia Airlines and how they actually came about and still operating strongly despite what's going on as we speak, plus all the details here at the front of the box, plus the little information at the back of the box, plus the actual model stand you see there that came with the model, as well as the gear replacement doors inside that plastic bag. But with no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model out of the packaging box. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The Inflight Saudia Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, everyone. Allow me to share some information about the Saudia Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft you're looking at here and how they actually came a part of their fleet. Saudia officially became the second Gulf carrier as well as the 8th global operator in the world of aviation overall after launch customers Singapore Airlines, Etihad Airways, United Airlines, ANA All Nippon Airways, Eva Air, KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and Vietnam Airlines respectively that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft as Saudia took delivery of its first of 8 Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliners and officially received their very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number 8Z-AR24, which had, AR24, sorry about that. I thought it was this aircraft, but it ain't. At a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Boeing 787 Dreamliner Delivery Center facility, which is located in North Charleston, South Carolina, on September 26, 2019, but wasn't officially handed over to Saudia until September 29, 2019. Then made its actual debut 2 days later, and that's when Saudia's first inaugural international flight on this particular aircraft actually took place, which was on October 1st, 2019. And that's when Saudia officially began utilizing this aircraft on their Jeddah to Kuala Lumpur route, which was followed shortly thereafter on their Jeddah to Dubai route, which took place 4 days later on October 5th, 2019, alternating with the Airbus A330-300s and the Boeing 787-9s that are also utilized on these particular routes, as Jeddah, Riyadh, and Dammam has become the primary gateway bases for this aircraft type, with the lion's share of their Boeing 787-10s are currently based and operated out of the airline's main operational hub at King Abdulaziz International Airport. Saudia has ordered a total of 8 of the next generation Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliners to add to their fleet. And at the time of this video review posting, there are only 5 that are currently operating in service, while the remaining 3 are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this particular aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Jeddah-based airline for the foreseeable future. Alright, now let's talk about the unique livery scheme you see displayed on this aircraft. This is the current livery scheme of Saudia, which was first unveiled sometime in 2013, as Saudia decided to update their livery scheme that the airline first introduced in 1997, as the previous livery scheme was actually a pale beige type color that featured the Saudi Arabian billboard title. And as part of the rebranding process, Saudia repainted their entire aircraft fleet in a lighter beige type color and eventually reverted back to their former name, Saudia. However, the airline's corporate logo that's actually displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft still remain intact. So, with all that information out of the way about this aircraft, as well as the livery scheme you see on here, which I find very impressive, with no further ado, let us get down to the nitty-gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let us begin. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side of the aircraft. We're going to start at the front where you see the front nose landing gear struts, the landing gear door. See the P2s and the static ports, what have you. The 25, that's the fleet number. The radon nose cone, the windshield wipers, as well as the cockpit windows. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those details later on in the review, so please stay tuned for that part. But underneath the cockpit windows is the God Bless You slogan. This is it right here. And this is the spiritual slogan that Saudia Airlines displays on all their aircraft, as this slogan is also inscripted in Arabic as well. It's down there, okay? And then between the cockpit windows and the L1 entrance door is the actual SkyTeam logo, which is displayed right here, as well as on the right side of the L1 door. You see it there as well. As Saudia Airlines became the 16th airline to join the SkyTeam Alliance on May 29, 2012, which consists of 19 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And this alliance includes Aero Mexico, Air France, Delta, and Korean Air as the 4 founding members. And then you see the Saudia flag decal right above the windows right here. There. And this flag decal represents the country where Saudia currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the country of Saudi Arabia. All right, we're at the center of the aircraft. We're going to start at the top over here where you see the Saudia billboard title. And then you see the Arabic scripted writing next to the Saudia billboard title, which is this little inscripted writing deal here. And the Arabic inscripted writing that's actually displayed next to the Saudia billboard title literally means Saudia in the Arabic language, are pronounced as Stradia in the Arabic language as well. Okay. And then you see the landing bogey gears here underneath the wings, which includes the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. But more important, these big massive engines you're looking at here. And these are the General Electric Gen X-1B turbofan type engines that is used on this particular Saudia Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft. And then the sawtooth pattern you see there. The sole purpose of this sawtooth pattern is for noise reduction and improved fuel efficiency at the same time on this aircraft. Then you see the engine cones right there. But we're going to turn this aircraft model around and look at the front of the engine. We're going to actually find out that the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port/left side, featuring engine strikes right there. And then do the turbofan blade spin. Let's check it out. Yes, they do. Then there's the inboard landing lights right there on the edge of the wing, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears you see there, including the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. Now looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring engine strikes over here as well. And then do the fan blades spin on this side here as well? Yes, they do. Perfect. You see there? And then there's the inboard landing lights right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts, as well as the actual landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows. You see there, the windshield wipers, the radon nose cone, the nose gear door, the landing gear lights inside of the nose gear door, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose landing gears. Alright, we're still here on the port side of the aircraft, and you're looking at the engine column here, and what you see is the Saudia logo, which is displayed right here on the engine column. And this is the Saudi Arabian national emblem, which is called the coat of arms of Saudi Arabia, which was adopted in 1950. And according to Saudi basic law, it consists of 2 crossed swords with a palm tree, as the palm tree represents the kingdom's assets, which are defined as its people, heritage, history, and resources, natural and non-natural. Thus, the palm is shown to be guarded by 2 swords, which represents the force to be used in defense of the nation, as this logo can also be visibly seen on the tail fin of the aircraft as well. Let's check it out. There it is. You see the Saudi logo displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft as well. Alright, now you're looking at the curved rake wingtip device on this side of the aircraft, the port side, along with the red navigation light you see displayed there. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and right under here, that is the Aft Boat Bin Door. And then right above the Aft Boat Bin Door is the Dreamliner decal, which is that decal you see displayed there. This particular state-of-the-art aircraft was officially given the name the Dreamliner sometime back in July 2003 after a public naming competition was held for the 787, in which this aircraft was originally named, and was officially given the name of this particular aircraft, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft, sometime in January 2005. Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and right above the windows is the actual registration ship number, HZ AR25, HZ-AR25. Registration ship number HZ-AR25. This aircraft is the second Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that actually entered the Saudia fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on September 15, 2019 and was delivered to Saudia Airlines on September 26, 2019. Alright, now looking at the tail fin of the aircraft, which is mostly blue here, as well as the Saudia logo that I mentioned earlier there. And then there's the strobe light right there between the APU exhaust hole and the horizontal stabilizer right there. And then right there, the APU literally stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. There is a hole there, as you can see there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone. The Saudia Airlines Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft from the rear view angle. Alright, now looking at the aircraft from the starboard side, we're going to start at the front here. See the front nose landing gears, the landing gear struts, the landing gear door, the repeater tubes and the static port, the fleet number 25, the radome nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the God Bless You slogan, as well as written in Arabic there as well, the Sky Team logo, the Saudi Arabian flag decal, the front cargo container loading door, the Saudia tab, as well as Saudia written in Arabic there as well, the General Electric engines right here, including the Saudia logo displayed here on the engine column, the sawtooth pattern, as well as the engine cone, as well as the side visual view of these landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, includes the landing gear struts as well as the actual landing gear doors. Alright, now looking at the curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft, the starboard side, featuring the green navigation light you see displayed there by this curved rake wingtip device. Alright, now looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see is the rear cargo container loading door, the Dreamliner decal, the registration ship number, the airline's logo displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, as well as the strobe light that sits between the APU exhaust hole and the horizontal stabilizer. Alright, before I show you this aircraft mount from the aerial bird's eye view, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft mount in full detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. I'm about to show you that right now. Let's check it out. Rolls pretty good. So far, so good. Alright. And then it does tilt, as you can see there. And the front nose gears actually swivel there as well, as you see there, there, and there. So no further ado, everyone. Let's check out this aircraft mount from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. Alright, now looking at this aircraft mount from the aerial bird's eye view, we're going to start at the front, where you see the radome nose cone, where it's white, and then you see the gold cheek line, and then you see the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, you see the pilot escape hatch doors, you see the Sky Team logo on both sides, you see the Saudi Arabian flag decal on both sides. Then we slide up this way, you see the anti-collision beacon light, then you see the Saudia billboard titles, as well as the Saudia title in Arabic on both sides there as well. A high frequency antenna. Then you come there to ADF antennas, the Wi-Fi box antenna, and a couple more high frequency antenna, as well as the registration ship number on both sides. And then that's the vertical stabilizer, known as the tail fin. And then there's the horizontal stabilizer, feature a little black dot right there, as well as over here as well. Those little black dots, everyone, they're actually called the illuminator lights. And the sole purpose of those illuminator lights is to actually light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the engines and the wings from above. You see the engines right there. Then you slide there on the wings. No walkway, but you got the no step warning information, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. The fuel dump valve, as well as the aerial bird's eye view of the rake curve wingtip device on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check out over this side here. The engine's right there, as well as the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the no step warning information. Includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the aerial bird's eye view of this curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, now looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, is mostly all white. We're going to start at the front there as well. See the radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the actual front nose landing gear door, the actual landing gear. As well, slide up this way. See the anti-collision beacon light, the actual hole where the model stand goes in at, the in-flight decal. Then you come up here, a couple of high frequency antennas there. Then you slide up here, the APU housing door, as well as the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the gears on this side here. Gears tilt pretty good. See the engine right there, as well as the wings underneath. Includes the flap, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you, the registration ship number, the fuel dump valve, as well as the under belly view of this rake curve wingtip device on the side of the aircraft. And let's slide over here. See the gears here, perfect. And then the engine's right there, as well as the wings underneath. Includes the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. See the fuel dump valve, as well as the curved rake wingtip underneath here on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, since I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little metal model stand that I showed you earlier. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Alright, finally got this model on stand, no problem, no hesitation. I see it in the takeoff landing position, in flight mode position with the gears on there. Now I'm going to let you see it at all rotation, see this entire rotation in all angles from the clockwise position, starting with the port side. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the tail cam of the aircraft there. Starboard side of the aircraft. Front of the aircraft, as well as back to the port side of the aircraft. Okay, before I take this model to stand, I got it at this angle for a reason, and the reason is the magnetic gears that came with the model. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these gears off and let you see what I'm talking about. We're gonna start at the front here, the front nose gear there, that's magnetic. The gear here on the port side, that's magnetic, as well as the gears on the starboard side, that's magnetic as well. So with that said, I'm gonna let you see this aircraft model in different position, in flight mode position without the gears. Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at the model in flight mode position, in the gears up position without the gears. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model. If you want to continue to display it like this in flight mode / gears up position without the gears, that's fine. Remember these gear replacement doors I showed you earlier, featuring the two little toothpicks inside this plastic bag. That's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors, so you can display your models without the gears in flight mode position, without the gears as you see there. Or you can do it in the other option, just keeping the gear down position. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to keep mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. All right, let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. The Saudia Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft seats 357 passengers in a two-class configured cabin layout. All right, everyone, here's the breakdown from rows 1 to 6, which will be from here to about right here. You have 24 business class seats and rows 26 to 64, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 333 guest class economy class seats, which brings a total of 357 seats. And finally, and in addition to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia and Dubai in the United Arab Emirates as the inaugural international flight destination for this particular aircraft, Saudia Airlines currently employs this aircraft or have previously utilized this aircraft. Their Boeing 787-10s on routes from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to Casablanca, Morocco, Paris, Charles de Gaulle, and Manchester, England, from Riyadh to Amsterdam, Schiphol, Netherlands, London Heathrow, Madrid, Spain, and Paris, Charles de Gaulle, and from Darwin to Manchester, England. Those are the routes. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can find it. Your only outside chance of getting this model actually is on eBay, because I can tell you right now, most of the deals are pretty much sold out of this model. But if JC Wings or Gemini Jets comes out with another version, come out with their version, please snatch it up. It's highly recommended. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. And above all, stay safe out here. Peace.